Today I'll share a few words about yatra, pilgrimage. When you go to a place, especially for the purpose of experiencing spiritual consciousness, naturally your whole energy gets centered towards that. When thousands of people gather in certain place continuously for one purpose of spiritual rejuvenation and enlightenment, that very place gets charged. There's a beautiful Sanskrit saying called Tirthe Guruvandi Tirtinaha. When enlightened masters and incarnations again and again visit that place becomes a spiritual battery. When ordinary people go there, their consciousness is raised to that level, to that experience. Going to special spiritual pilgrimage places for the sake of meditating, practicing, experiencing the spiritual truths, one of the ancient, most ancient spiritual technique followed in Vedic tradition and observed almost in all other religions and all other traditions. Going to different places, spiritual pilgrimage centers, literally rejuvenates the energy body you carry. For a normal human being, it is just like recharging the battery. These sacred places like Arunachala, where thousands of enlightened masters have lived for ages and left the body, is a living energy battery. I call it spiritual incubator. These are the special energy centers dedicated for the upliftment of the whole humanity. See, just like how you have in your house separate places for separate activity. For sleeping you have a separate place. For cooking you have a separate place. For 1, 2, 3 you have a separate place. For puja you have a separate place. Why? Because the action you do in that place carries the mood. The place also carries the mood. If you do the same action continuously in the same place, that place will have that mood. That is why, if you are doing everyday puja and meditation in puja room, nothing else other than puja and meditation, if you are feeling low and depressed, if you just go and sit in the puja room, depression will go away. That place gets charged. Same way, when you go to the kitchen, you will not feel sleepy, you will feel only hungry. When you go to the bedroom, you will only feel sleepy. When you do a same action in same place again and again, the place itself gets charged. I went to one so-called ashram. They invited me for some function, I went there. I asked, where is the puja room, temple, I want to go there. They said, no, we don't have a temple because everything is worthy of worship. I said, if everything is worthy of worship, why don't you worship the commode? You can't have a separate feeling there. It is different, at least in the initial level. So naturally you need a special places. At least till you are matured, you need a separate place for separate activities. puja room in the house rejuvenates you for few hours. But these great temples are puja rooms of the universe. When you come here, these great pilgrimage places rejuvenates you for years, for ages, helps you to retain the extraordinary energy and power for ages. Soon, we are going to the Kailash, the place where thousands and thousands of yogis and siddhas and incarnations lived and left the body. It is not just sightseeing, it is insight seeing. It is not just sightseeing, insight seeing. It really does inner awakening. See, something extraordinary has happened. Today morning I can say, the whole group, different energy, different space, today first time, in an intense energy field, my body expressed the materialization and teleportation. Why it happened, inside the Garbhamandira of Arunachaleshwara, the Abhishek Vibhuti of Arunachaleshwara directly got related to our hands, devotees' hands. And the kumkum from the feet of the Devi directly got teleported to the devotees' hands. Why, if it is a black magic, it will not work in the intense energy fields. This is a solid proof. The energy which is expressing through this body is an incarnation energy, super conscious energy. If it is some Yakshini Vidya or black magic, it will not work in the energy fields like Arunachaleshwara temple or all these great temples. If it is some black magic or Yakshini Vidya, you can do it somewhere outside, but not inside the Garbhamandir. The Garbhamandir is a sacred energy center where no other energy can crash. That's all I said. If that and this is radiating same energy, let this vibhuti move, that's all. Simply it moved. And I told them to collect the vibhuti also. Now we are going to scientifically prove the vibhuti which came in our hand and the vibhuti which was given after prasadam from Arunachaleshwara's body, that Shivalinga, both are same quality, same vibhuti. We will prove now through scientific research. I did not do as a teleportation or a materialization. I just relaxed and said, if Achala Murti and Sachala Murti is one and the same, let it happen. That's all. Because the egoistic Siddhi cannot be expressed in front of Arunachaleshwara. He has destroyed ego of even Brahma and Vishnu. Understand? He destroyed and made even Brahma and Vishnu's ego as the dust. Egoistic miracle or Siddhi cannot be expressed in front of Arunachaleshwara. It's a fire. Even Brahma and Vishnu's drama did not work out. in front of Arunachaleshwara. In front of Arunachaleshwara, you cannot say, who is big? No. The moment if somebody thinks I am big, that's all. In front of him, only he can be big. Only his energy can radiate. Nothing else can act or function. Brahma and Vishnu in course of time started feeling they are two big guys, because one is creating, another one is maintaining. And simply this guy Shiva is sitting in Kailash and in Samadhi. So these two fellows have started feeling that they are two big guys. Started fighting who is big. Shiva just appeared where his foot and the head both are not visible. Start huge form. Please understand, it happened exactly in this spot. Only in this plant you will not be able to see that feet are head of the Arunachala hill. You can't see. All over the whole of the part, go anywhere. You can see the top of the Arunachala hill. Just in this 3-acre plot, you can't see the top of the Arunachala hill. If you move this side, you will see 10 feet. If you move this side 10 feet, you will see. Try. If you just move 10 feet that side, you will see. 10 feet this side, you will see. But just this 3-acre plot, you will not be able to see. Because this is where you appear. As a Adimudi Gana Aripuri Jodiya, whose head or feet is not seen. As a self-effulgent light, he appeared. Understand, feet you can't see because the hill, how much you dig, it goes. You can't see the feet from anywhere. But the top at least you can see from somewhere, some places. Only this place, both can't be seen. Here, he stays as a formless self-effulgence presence, where he gave enlightenment to Brahma and Vishnu. And standing as a huge self-effulgent Sutta Swayam Prakasa Jyoti. So you cannot play any ego game in front of him. If it is just a miracle power, it cannot happen in front of him. In front of him only his energy can function. Like in front of me, will Acharya start? They won't dare to open mouth. Forget about opening mouth. Opening eyes is a big job. How? In front of me, Acharyas won't talk. Same way, in front of him, nobody can play any drama. Only he can do. If something is happening, be very clear. He is doing it. Ramakrishna used to say, no siddhi, no miracles will work in Varanasi, inside the area boundary of the Varanasi. Because there only the siddhi of Vishwanatha can be done. No other siddhi or miracles can be worked in Varanasi. But there was a great sadhu, Trailinga Swami. In Tamil Nadu he was called Kulandayananda Swami. He was the child brought up by Meenakshi directly. If you see the Meenakshi Purana, there is a story. One child was given to the Meenakshi temple and Devi herself brought. That child only was called as Kulandayananda Swami. He lived in Varanasi. He lived for 300 years. Some 100 years he lived in Varanasi, in the 300 years. He will do all kinds of miracles. So, Ramakrishna went and had his darshan. People asked, how come no miracle works in Varanasi? Nobody can materialize, teleport in Varanasi. How come only this Kotayananda Swami, this Trilinga Swami is able to do? Then Ramakrishna laughs and says, fool, Achala Vishwanatha, immobile Vishwanatha is in this temple, Sachala Vishwanatha is Trilinga Swami. That is why it is happening. Understand, in Arunachala's energy field, nobody else can do miracles. It is the energy field of Arunachala. Even Raghupati Yogi, when he wants to do some materializing teleporting, he will take me outside the boundary and do. He will not do it inside. He will say, no. Inside boundary it will not work. Only if you become ego-free, pure channel for the Shiva's energy, his will operates. Achala becomes Sachala. And Tirumeni becomes Gurumeni.
Putting all my trust in you, 'cause you know it's best for me to lead a blissful life, a life with no more strife. I can't believe the things I do, just to spend a little time with you. Nothing will compare, I know you will take care.
You're always showing us compassion. Your love is endless like an ocean.